Everybody, Steve here. So today I went and watched the Thunderbolts, and I'm here to give you my honest review. I'm not gonna hate on it if it doesn't need hate. I'm certainly not gonna give it praise if it doesn't deserve that either. So, honest review. You can trust me. Trust your local nerd way. Uh, yeah, this isn't a right out of theater review. I remember when I went and watched The Dark Knight Rises. I came out of that movie thinking, that wasn't a bad movie. And then I let it sit for a while, and I thought it wasn't really all that good. And then now I'm like, no, it was just a bad movie. It was a bad movie. Shouldn't have been made. So I'm letting things rest for a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. It was about 3 hours ago, as of the recording of this video, that I went and watched it. So I think I can give you my honest review. So, first off, the MCU still giving us exactly what the MCU gives us. A lot of girl boss power, a lot of girl boss energy. Guys who are just, goofy and stupid. Now, not all the guys were goofy and stupid. Red Guardian. You've seen the commercials. He just acts like a goof. And the other guys, not so much. Bucky was Bucky. U.S. Agent was kind of a jerk, but he was kind of a jerk in the comics. So, the plot wasn't bad. Again, this is a non-spoiler review, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But you have everyone knows Sentry's in it, and he's the bad guy, and his arrival onto the scene and how he becomes Sentry and everything, very good. I didn't mind it. It was fine. The way the other characters acted together, fine. I didn't find anything overtly woke. I know I use it. Not people are trying not to use that term anymore. I try not to use the term anymore, but there's nothing offensive in this movie. Nothing made me go, well, in the third act. For the most of the movie, for 2/3 of the movie, I'm into this. It's not a bad movie. When I look back and I think to myself, is this a movie I could watch again? Is this a movie I would buy on DVD and have and pop it in the old DVD player every now and then to watch? I'm going to say yes. I absolutely would. It wasn't too bad. Now, a lot of this whole movie kind of dealt with the characters' pasts. Each character has a past. Some none of these guys are good guys. Anti-hero is probably the closest you'd get to them being a good guy, and so they all have a checkered past. They have all done bad stuff, and this is brought up in the movie. Not just our heroes, the Thunderbolts, but the villain. And everybody kind of goes through a struggle session. Everybody kind of goes through their own dealing with past grief and darkness and I kind of saw where this movie was going early on. I thought, nah, they're not going to do that. Well, the third act of this movie, they went there, and I was like, no, please don't go there. Please don't go there. And they went there. So, I'm not going to tell you how the villain's defeated, but I kind of rolled my eyes at that part. There was a part, though, around the middle where I'm watching a movie and something happened, and I gave a very audible whoa, whoa, like I can't believe this happened. And there was a couple sitting a few seats away from me. I think they looked over. I think it was a little more audible than I wanted it to be, but it was it took it was a little shocking. Still a little shocking, but all in all, I didn't think this was a bad movie. Is it a great MCU movie? No, but I think it's definitely better in my opinion than uh, Captain Falcon, Brave New World, and it's miles above uh, Shang Chi and the 10 bracelets and the Eternals, miles ahead. So there's that. It's not a bad movie. If you're looking for a movie to watch, if you want to see an MCU movie, go see this one. Again, it's not bad. It's not. There's nothing overtly offensive. I'm going to use that instead of woke from now on. Overtly offensive to my sensibilities. It was an okay movie. Now, if you want to wait for it to come out on streaming, I completely understand. Completely understand. It had a mid credit and an end credit scene. You guys have probably already seen the leaks online, so but I'm not going to go through them because I don't know. I don't know if you've seen them or not. You might have. You might not have. I did my best to not look at them, and I was, happy I didn't. So I got that going for me. So, in my opinion, uh, the Nerd Way will give the Thunderbolts 4 out of 5 nerds. 4 out of 5 nerds. Um, Not a bad movie. There's a lot they could have made better. They could have got rid of the girl boss stuff. Hopefully, this isn't going to carry into after Secret Wars. Really hoping that, who knows? Maybe Kevin Feige will retire after Secret Wars. He'll like, my job is done. I'm going to turn the keys over to somebody else. Maybe. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you like stuff like this, if you like me giving you movie reviews, and any other cool stuff that I do on this channel, just go back and check out all my other cool stuff. If you like it, if I've brought you any kind of joy, any kind of, substance, if you're new, please subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. If you already subscribed, continue to help the channel out by either you can buy one of my books. I'm an author. I've written 4 superhero books, 3 novels and a novella. Wrath and Blaze is the novella. Or you can go to my Buy Me a Coffee. And you can join a tier, a monthly tier. Very affordable. I think it's a buck, $3 and $5. What you guys spend more on convenience store stuff than that. But I'm not a hard sell. I'm not I'm not going to try to force anything on anybody. But the links to my books and the Buy Me a Coffee and a bunch of other stuff down in the description. So check out all my stuff, not just my videos. I do a lot of good stuff, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of superhero stuff. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you've watched this movie, if you plan to watch this movie, if you think I've graded this thing too much or too little. Let me know. That's all I got.